Hello, hello. We'll be starting soon. I think you can say that it's the final countdown, right? I have my drink, I have some chocolate if my brain stops working, so I think I'm all set. So welcome everybody to another dev stream of Alder's Blood. We've reached another milestone, we have a new build, so I think it's the right time to share with you our progress. The final countdown. Yeah. Alright, so let's turn this off. And let's show you one more thing. Let's turn this off because we'll have music in the build. Okay, so I'm already in the new game. I, just didn't want to show you the main menu. It's not very exciting. What is exciting, at least to us, is that we have a new iteration of the first iteration, actually. The first iteration of the tutorial for Alder's Blood. It's not perfect. We'll be working on it still, but I think we can show you what we are thinking, how more or less it will look like in the finished product. Okay, so let's go. We are playing as a Duke. So this is the guy that you see in most of our promotional artworks. This is the guy that looks like Gary Oldman from Dracula, right? And yeah, this is one of the main characters in the game. So I think it was more than welcome to start the game playing as him. And spoilers alert, this won't be the last time you play him. Okay, so here at last, the hilltop is just ahead. There are monsters on the way up, nothing that I couldn't handle. Duke is actually a pretty strong hunter at this point, one of the best of his kind. And he believes that he needs to reach the top of the crown, a hill called the Crown, to finish what was started hundreds of years ago, basically. He wants to go there to find the decaying god and kill him for good so the land could recover. So after a box of Duke saying his, fluff stuff, we have an actual box of tutorials. I'm not gonna read this because it's I just show you what to do. In the next iteration, we'll have a better division between these two tutorials boxes, so you can see when someone is talking and when you have a real tutorial window. So yeah, here's our boy, right? Here's our Duke. He has a fancy pistol and a fancy rapier. Okay, so we were supposed to kill this guy. This is a Shrieker, a very weak enemy, and right now we've added something that probably most of PC players will like, is that when you click on the enemy, automatically can attack. Where's his fancy hat? At this point, he doesn't have a hat. Right now he's more in his field uniform, you could say. So that's how it looks like. He has this fancy animation with a stab, and we killed our first enemy. Okay, and another tutorial, right? By the way, about this fancy hat, we have a new sprite that will be replacing this one that we have here. That will fit more with the look of this Duke here. So Alex did this like 2 days ago, but it's still waiting for the implementation. I shouldn't attract too much attention. These patches of grass should do well as my concealment. So this is how we will play this. So first you attack. We've decided that it would be nice to start the game with like a little piece of an action, right? Here we'll have a little piece of a tutorial about the wind. How we should proceed. this guy will actually see us when we move on, so let's end the turn and see what he does. Okay, so he moved to the left and we can push forward. I'll move a little bit closer to the right because, you know, if I would follow this patches of grass, he will smell the Duke and that will be a problem. So let's move on. Okay, so I missed this. Okay, this guy will see us. So you know, there's still a lot of holes here, and this guy needs to look the other direction, so I can use a pebble on him. Right now he saw us, so he won't be able to do that, unfortunately. So now he will attack us. Oh no, he will look for us because he's so stupid. Yeah. Another thing that we added is the rest ability. When you run out of stamina, you can take a rest. This will automatically end your turn, but you will recover all of your stamina if the monsters won't find you and attack. Alright, so you know, we stayed in the bushes, dismounted and exposed us, so another turn and we can move on. And as the monster get back to his idle state, I can show you how these pebbles actually work and how this should work in the final iteration of this tutorial. When you throw a pebble, the circle is actually the area of effect. These monsters will be affected by this, and the way it works is when they are in the idle, they will start looking in this point of impact, right? There is some work to be done there as well. We want to make this as a point of interest for the monsters, so they will investigate this. Right now it only changes the direction of their vision. We've made some tests, some UX tests, and you know, so these are like our ideas, you know, how to improve this kind of stuff. So I will talk a lot about this, you know, how we'll change, how we'll improve, because that's what we are doing at the moment. You know, this build was created 2 weeks ago, so you know, there's some stuff already done, but this is what I have to show you. Okay, so this is quite a hike. I should rest. So this is this rest ability tutorial that I was talking about, but since Duke is still in not a bad of a shape, I think we can just keep pushing forward. Okay, so we have a question: does the wind change direction after a certain amount of time, or from turn to turn? If it's per turn, maybe a hard difficulty. Have the wind direction change after set time? You know, the wind direction can change differently depending on the weather. Right now we have a windy weather, and this will firstly increase this length of the smell particles, so it will be easier to be exposed, and this direction can change more rapidly. Different weather conditions in the work a little bit differently. One of the things that we want to implement here is that we will set a starting weather for a mission and a starting wind direction, and if we want or don't want it to change. So in this case, in this tutorial mission, we'll have a weather that will probably just be like a standard clear weather, we call it, and then wind direction to the right, so you can just move past this guy without any interruptions, without any problems that you saw previously, right? Another thing that I showed you, may notice that I lost 2 stamina points. Why did I lose these points? Every hunter has 2 movement ranges, and while I'm moving in this yellow range, I'll start losing stamina. You know, this is the mechanic that allows us to make the hunters more mobile, but at a cost. Okay, so let's rest again, so we can restore all of this stamina. And if you're wondering why Duke is, waving his sword so much, this is a little bit of a bug in the bug, but a wrong setup on the animator. It was supposed to be fixed there, but apparently it stayed in this build. Almost at the top. I think I made enough distance from the rest of the pack to fire a shot. And right now we have a tutorial how to switch weapons. So we can click this, and as you can see, Duke is equipped with his pistol. Let's move a little bit closer. This is a loud weapon, so that's why we have this tutorial here, so we know that we are far away from the rest of these guys and they won't be able to hear it. Sound is one of the very important mechanics in this game. Okay, so let's shoot. Here we spawn the damage types, basically the effects, not even the damage types, but all of the effects. So this gun deals 100 shot damage and takes out 4 stamina points on a guy. So it will immediately knocks him down. There will be some, playing around with the stats for this weapon, so maybe the flow will be a little bit better, a bit quicker. Okay, so we need to move on, and right now we'll have a tutorial. It's down, but not dead yet. I should dispose of it quickly. And this is about banishing. You've probably seen this before, but if not, this is something really cool in my opinion. So yeah, that's how we dispose of knockdown enemies in Alder's Blood. Every hunter has a bit of darkness in himself, and there are some opportunities they can use it, but you need to be careful with that. Alright, so we move on, we enter the hilltop, and that's the end of the tutorial. This is the place where we'll have the first cinematic, where the Duke had his vision and lost his sight. And right now we are in the real game. This is when our adventure starts with our real group of hunters, and this time we have a start of the real story, right? In the previous builds, in the previous devlogs, and the last stream, we were showing you some of the placeholder story, just something that you can. It was something for us to test, things like NPC conversation, missions, etc. Right now we are building the finished story, and this is the prologue basically. And we are playing as a character called Chief. We are the leader of this hunting party. We'll be leading. We are not a playable character. We are just a leader that will be talking, so the characters can refer to us. This is something to make the conversation more organic, more natural. So this is a pop-up where we have like a pieces of our notebook, something like that, diary. We'll change this to an actual diary. Kind of like in Darkest Dungeon, I think we have more personality. You see that you actually say things, you're not just a ghost that is somewhere there, but you talk, but you cannot play your character, at least for now. Maybe in the DLC, I don't know, well, who knows what will happen in the future. Duke left 3 months ago. One day he just left, without a word, a note or an excuse. But I cannot let him rot somewhere out there. For weeks we are on his track, and it leads to the place called the Crown. What was he hoping to find here, other than the pile of weathered stone? So that's how it starts. And yeah, we have some new character sprites. This is Maxwell, one of our characters from our hunting party. And should we set up a camp here, Chief? Yes, but send Ethan on the lookout. We are strangers in these lands. We don't need any surprises. Will do, Chief. Yes, hunters are not welcome in this part of the world. they are exiles, and this is a place, the cradle of humanity, and them as exiles, as being too close to the wild, they are not welcome here. So they rarely go here. Duke is one of the very few that got here in the last years. And this will be another of a tutorial pop-up. So you don't have to read this. I will just tell you what to do. So we've added a new mechanic that you won't maybe see this, but it's a little bit in the bag. Sometimes the events will spawn only when you wait a certain amount of days. So right now we are told that we should set up a camp, and that's what we do. We are right now in the camping view. There was a little bit of a visual update to it. Like we have this displacement shader for the smoke. We have a little bit of movement here, scrolling. Sky. We are adding more stuff here right now. It will be more elaborated. There will be more elements, more mechanics as well, and a little bit of a change to the UI and UX. So it will be more familiar, maybe not familiar, but more open for new players, So, for example, right now we have a wait a day button here, but we'll be moving this from here to here, because I think this is more natural for a player to like click here, and expect them to wait, on the campfire. But anyway, let's wait a day. And here you have a camping summary pop-up. Hunters consume food, while they're camping. Okay, so if you saw that, yeah, that was Diana. Right now we have 4 hunters in our hunting group, so each of them will consume 1 food. I've started the game on like a cheat version, developer version, so I have 1000 of every resource available right now. Of course you won't start with this many, and there will be more resources when we show you the next version. Basically right now we have only silver and food, but just yesterday I've added some stuff like hunting materials, ritual ingredients, and what mechanical parts as well. So there will be more fun in the crafting. So that's how crafting looks like. You have all of your available blueprints here. There are some items, there are some weapons. This is description. You have a lower description, then you have the ability here. Here are the costs of this, and here's the crafting tree. And not like in most of the games, you don't have your weapon or an item like immediately crafted. You have to wait. Here you see the cost in crafting points. Right now in the next build we have this here, so you know how many of these crafting points you have, and for it to work you need to set some of your hunters to the working task in your camp. We can also send item to the lookout, as the tutorial told us to, and right now we can see that we have 22 crafting points. So one day won't be enough for us to craft this mold, but if we switch these, we can change the the quick composition, and wait a day. You can see that we've produced 22 crafting points, and we have crafted the following item, ether. If you wait one more day, okay, we've crafted the hunter's mold because we had some of the crafting points from the previous day. So that's how it works. The other options here is scavenging. Our hunters will go out in this region for search for food, and you can see potential food scavenge from 13 to 27, but there's a 22% chance for an accident, and they will lose HP. right? Health points. When you put your guys on the lookout, they will decrease the ambush chance. You know, each time you rest in the region, there is a chance for an ambush. So these are the roles, and that's how it works. And we stayed in the camp for a day, and we have another event. Ready? This is an example of a reaction. So if something important happens, or just something that we want to show you, something like that, a little bit of illustration will pop up. Everyone is up and ready, Chief. Good. Get everybody on their horses. We are moving to the crown. Do you think Duke is still there? I hope so. I really do. And right now, an option for us open to travel from Crossroads, where we are now, to the crown. Right now we are showing connections. This is not the best texture that was used here, but there was not enough time for everything, and we can move on. Traveling from region to region also takes time. It's also 1 day, so we have 4 hunters and they will consume 4 food while traveling. Actually, this map is even bigger, but we'll have to create a mechanic when you can scroll this, maybe zoom in, zoom out. This is like a half of it, I think, maybe even less. But I packed everything in the part that I have right now. Okay, so let's go here, and this travel animation here. And they ate for food. Okay, so we found Duke at the crown. As you can see, he's not in the best of shape. Duke is just mumbling. I say, Duke, and he says, what, who? Duke, it's me, Ethan. Maxwell, give me a hand, we need to move him. So they do. This is, I think, one of my favorite illustrations that Alex did for this reactions. I really love it. It was hard to look at the hollow shell that Duke has become, once the greatest of our kin, now a broken, blind man. What horror did he face that put him in such condition, and why did we allow to not be there with him? So yeah, that's how it looks like, and we have this event reunion where we talk with Duke when he, gets some rest. So you found me, Chief. Why did you laugh, Duke? Did anyone tell you it is unkind to answer a question with a question? For fuck's sake. Sorry about it, guys. Yes, you did. We could help. We could help you if you tell us. Another reaction. You couldn't help me then, and you cannot help me now. What do you mean? You were always bound by your responsibilities and duties to protect the people that despise us and defend the world that doesn't want us. Did it ever occur to you that we may have a higher purpose, that all that we do doesn't matter in a bigger picture? But, someone interrupts this conversation, and we have a young boy. Master Hunters, please, we need your help, sirs. We are attacked by the beasts. Who is attacked and where? Speak clear, boy. The inn, King's Rest, near the crossroads. The beasts are upon us, sir. Go, brother. Your duties awaits you. I'm going, but you are coming with me. Ha! And what am I of use to you in this sorry state? You are a part of this family, whenever you like it or not, and I'm not used to leave people behind. Dear sirs, please, we need to hurry. Lead the way, boy. And another of new things that we can be transported automatically, so you don't have to click every time. And another of new regions. This is the King's Rest, the inn. If you don't hear the sounds, maybe I should just increase the volume here. So Diana says that the sound is almost not there, so I hope this will help. Okay, so we are on the King's Rest, and we have a mission: unwelcome guests. This is a briefing mission. Briefing mission pop-up. that's how it is. You have your hunters here. You can quickly go and change their equipment by clicking here. And so if we are here, we can show you a few stuff. You know, how does it work? Here are the statistics of a hunter at level, health, stamina. And if something is increased by something, you know, it will be in green, and in the tooltip you see from what source this bonus or decrease is from. And here we have resistances. We have 8 damage types, and each hunter starts with a normal resistance, which means that they will just get normal full damage from this source. But you know, there are different charms that can change this. Charms are, you know, like talismans or something that, you know, hunters carry with them. They don't use armor, so they have these, and they will change the statistics. So, for example, this Tinkerer's Lens increases our vision range, increases our curse damage resistance, but you know, it makes us weak to the spirit. So in this situation, we will null any curse damage. We won't get any damage from the curse, but we will get double damage from spirit. So that's how it works, and we will try to make use of this. But you know, since this is our first mission, it would be nice to, you know, bring some equipment with us. Bandage is always useful, and maybe something like a throwing knife would be also nice. Alchemist is asking, can you upgrade your camp somehow, like a base in XCOM? Right now, no, unfortunately, but we have an idea for an update where you can. Perhaps the movement of the characters should be a bit slower. It looks a bit jerky now. Yeah, I'm playing with this. You know, we have a movement curve, and you know, this is a matter of adjusting that. So there's a problem, you know, with this being like more fluent and being too slow and you know, annoying. Okay, so this is a guy that is equipped with a big axe. This is a very nice weapon, but this is also a weapon that's heavy, which decreases his max stamina and movement range. And if, as we are here, I can tell you a little bit about the traits. This is a completely new thing that we've added. Okay, so Byron says that, you know, the movement of the characters is jerky on the equipment screen. You know, this is because this is all done with frame-by-frame animation, stop motion, and there are just too few frames there. If I find some time, I'll just add, you know, frames in between, so this will look more fluent, right? But you know, there's a lot to be done here, and I'm the only one who animates all of this game, so you know. I'll try, I promise. I think so. Yeah, it's most probably because this is the very first animation I did for this, so you know, this might be a little bit better because it was done later. But anyway, no, this is like leftovers, you know, that when you create a game, you know, there are always stuff that are worse or better. But anyway, traits. This is something that will be big, but this is something that will be big next build. So I'll just explain it a little bit. Some weapons can have traits on them, like this one. This has a heavy weapon trait. This one have a small weapon trait, and they can also change this statistics and resistance, and just like the charms. So this guy is big boned. He has increased health, but decreased stamina and movement. Right, he can withstand more, but he's just slower, basically, and he cannot do as much in one turn. So he will be our heavy hitter. And what can we give him? Probably a medkit. Okay, this guy also has a hunting blade. This is like our base weapon, but maybe as we have a cheat code enabled, we can give him something else. Let's give him a harpoon. And this guy has a lure, so give him a trap. Give him a trap. Yeah. You have a good. You have a lullaby. So maybe you can take. I used to have somewhere here. I think this will be the thing. There is an ambush mission, a special ambush mission that will play when the monsters will attack the camp. Alright, so I think we are ready. When you recruit more hunters, you can change them. Right now, this is our roster, so there's no point of changing that. In the future builds, we will cut the maximum party from 4 to 3. I think I played with the settings recently, and it's just just better. The flow is nicer. I think the game is a little bit more hard, but I just like it more. You need to be more sneaky that way. You need to try to use what you have a little bit more. It's I think more rewarding. Okay, so we are on the mission. Right now you can see that we have storm weather. This will decrease, I think, our basic smell statistics, but also decrease the vision, I think. Okay, our objective is to kill 2 brawlers. Brawlers are these big fellas, as they are the pack leaders, and when we kill them, the rest will disperse. This mission will also have a little bit of a tutorial thingy in the next build. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is a combo. So let's see if he's in range. He's in range. So we have some new enemies. New abilities. This will put an enemy to sleep. It's a spell that puts an enemy to sleep. Right? We have a sleep icon here, and since he's asleep, we can use an item with a curse damage. So I can show you how the combo looks like. So we have a curse damage, 50 curse damage, and right now we cast this. He's asleep. We get a critical hit, but he's awake. Right? That's how sleep works. He's like basically knocked down as long as you do not, as you do not take any damage, as he doesn't take any damage. Okay, so let's see. Could be the best course of action. Maybe just is 40 damage. That won't be enough. I think we'll have to smack him with the axe. Okay, this is a heavy weapon, so you can see every attack with this weapon will drain 1 stamina from the hunter. So you need to be careful with these big weapons. And we are out of action points, so we cannot do anything more with this hunter. Okay, so there we have only shriekers, so we can leave them be for now, and let's move on and try to find another brawler. These shadows, these are the enemies in the 6th sense of our hunters. If we don't see something, we can still sense, so we can plan your actions. You can take a look at where the enemies are. You won't see what enemies are there, but at least you'll know that there is something. Alright, so let's keep pushing forward, but maybe stay in this grass. I think it will be a better option. Okay, and I'm putting all of my hunters to rest, so the next turn they will be nice and fresh. Now you can see got into our vision range. Same here, then he disappears, but we still know where they are. I'm gonna change this prefabs because I fucking hate them, and I need something that's fine. It's finer. As you can see, they still play this animation because we have this little bug, but they regain all of their stamina. It's not really a bug per se, it's more like a place where you could put some cool animation if we want, you know. Another thing is that we have a cooldown, so you cannot just, you know, spam lullabies and anything like that. You need to wait. In this case, it's probably 3 turns. We need to add a text how many turns you need to. Oh no, we have cooldown 3. Okay. No, that's not that. Cooldown 3 just says that this is a cooldown ability. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Oh, these lines they will show you that this guy will spot me. So let's move here. A little bit. Okay, so I see him, but he cannot see me. But what about this guy? Okay, when I stand here, he won't see me. Okay, so let's use Pebble, so he will look the other way. Alright. And now let's make a backstab. Small weapons like these two, both of these are small weapons, can perform a backstab. So if I attack an enemy from the back while he's still in idle, he cannot, if he is aware of our presence, that won't work. And I'll knock him down. And with another hunter, I can move in and make this Banishing Ritual that Duke was showing some time ago. I don't have to worry about this, because this is the last brawler, so let's just finish him off. And the mission is successful. By the way, I'm making a new mission successful and failure pop-up, so... Yeah, another thing, I don't know if you noticed that, but, you know, the hunter that was making this banishing was knocked down. This is, you know, a very powerful mechanic, but it drains a lot from hunters. It costs 3 stamina. Your hunters usually have 4 stamina, so you have to be careful when to use it, because when your hunters get knocked down, they will lose not only the turn when they were knocked down, but also the next one. So this is quite a lot of time, actually. Finally, someone with a head on his shoulders. Take this, I won't need it anymore. This is Roof, one of our main characters. And we got a shotgun. We got a shotgun, 2-barrel shotgun that has a crazy short range. I just made a little bit of mistake. I thought that, you know, such a short range will be fun, but it wasn't. But I'm still gonna show you this anyway. Oh, you can call me Roof Boy. Wait, isn't that Duke? Hello, Roof. You two know each other? Roof is my friend since the time. Oh, so now Roof is your friend. So tell me, friend, where were you for the last 3 months? Running away with no word or where you're going? And look at you, come, we need to do something about your sorry state. Thank you, Hunter, for bringing this moron here. Now please be kind enough and talk to the innkeeper or something. I need a moment to take care of Duke. So Roof is actually a very good person, but she has a very nasty attitude to everybody. As Roof and Duke walks away down the hallway, you hear her scream. What do you mean you can't see? So yeah, sometimes we just want to have a little bit of stress relief or something. Okay, so there's another conversation. He's the innkeeper that Roof was talking about. 1,000 thanks to you, sir. A reward is needed. Where is that rifle? I think I already have it. That lady Roof gave it to me. Ah, yes, Roof, nasty lady. But without her, we wouldn't hold out till your help arrived. Who is she exactly? She has a look of a townfolk, but never heard about a lady using a gun. Who is she exactly? She has a... Okay, so there's a mistake here in the dialogue. Okay, so another question from Twitch. Will the weapons follow the linear progression only? Normal, slightly better, much better? or there will be exotic weapons like name weapons that have extra effects instead of just deal damage. My plan is to give you more options as you go, so there are no better and worse weapons, but different weapons. Like for example, we have this shotgun. We have this shotgun that we just received from Roof. And it deals 100 damage. This is a lot. This is a lot, and you'll be able to shoot twice before you reload. Of course, this is only on a limited range. While, for example, this old hunting rifle, this will called Rolling Block, will definitely not have 100 damage. It will have something like an 80 damage. I think the new build I already adjusted that, but it also have only one ammo. So each time you shoot, you'll have to reload, and so these are these two, and then you have a carbine which will have even lower damage, but it will have free ammo. And this is only the loud firearms. Then you have stuff like these harpoons, and they can have all different types of effects. Like this one shoots immobilizing stakes, so you just be dealing immobilize effects here and there. You know, this is not the final balance. I'm still playing with this, trying out different things, but the goal that I'm aiming for is that with the small weapons you will be spreading status effects, or just, you know, deal less damage, so you can move the different things, and then you finish off with the heavy weapons like this axe. Yeah, yes, that's the idea. And thanks, H Dracon. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's the idea. Then you have harpoons. These weapons won't deal shot damage usually. At least, you know, there will be. I think they will have the most variety of different stuff that they will do on range. But the biggest thing that they feature is that they are silent. So of course there will be damage that's smaller, but it doesn't necessarily be a problem, because this one has a pierce damage, right? And when you put when you know, put a good status effect, then you deal this pierce damage, you know, this could create a nice combo. So while usually you'd make a build with one guy, in this game I think this will be more of a case of building a build of a party. So, you know, one guy takes something, so the other takes something else. Like right here we have this lullaby, right? And I put an enemy to sleep, so I gave this guy this hex curse, so he can do a combo, right? And that will be the whole idea behind this, because I think I haven't told this before. You can be resistant to something, but if someone will put a status effect on you, then it doesn't matter anymore. So for example, this guy has a normal resistance to shot damage, right? This is a shot damage, but if you mark if he would be marked and someone will shoot him, he will still get the, you know, twice the damage. He may be resistant to this, it doesn't matter, you know, he has a marked status effect, so the damage will be critical always. And all of that applies to beasts as well. So if there will be a beast that will be resilient to something, like we have this big guys. I don't know if you follow us, you probably see the Death Walkers. There's like these huge guys with coffins on their backs. They will have a lot of resistances on them because they're supposed to be tanks. So the only real option for you would be to put status effects on him and then start dealing damage, or just avoid him. You know, this is a stealth game first and foremost, and you don't have to kill everything. You know, right now in these builds that we show you, there's a lot of these missions when you just says kills all of them, kills, you know, X of this, X of that, but this will start changing, you know, very soon. We've built all of the basics mechanics now. Now it's time to, you know, make sure that the game flows how it should be, and new missions will usually focus on activating something, getting to some place, getting something out, and things like that. So we don't have to kill everybody. And in these cases, when you have an objective to carry something or activate something, and then you kill a beast, you'll actually get you'll make yourself a problem, because we have this darkness system that can do stuff. This is like the wheel of the god, and it can affect the battlefield, right? And while you kill the enemies that are not your objective, you will feed this darkness system, and it will be stronger. Okay, it will be able to do more things, and all of the things that it will do will be bad for you. It can spawn more enemies, it can buff enemies, things like that. We have a shop. Yeah, this is another thing that's new. So we have a very simple version of that. It will be expanded with time. So here are the stuff that you can buy at the inn. There are, you know, like packages of food. They have tooltips, but they are not the tooltips that they should be. I don't know. They're probably tooltips from here. Yeah, okay. So I just found out a bug. Okay. So yeah, you know, there are some basic supplies, you know, that you can buy here. Like you have some of these basic traps that you haven't used yet. You have a hunting net that is not working properly yet. You have ether. Ether is restoring your stamina, so you don't have to rest and lose your turn. When you have ether, you can just inhale the vapors and restore your stamina and then do stuff. But of course, you know, they are you have to either craft them or buy them. So you have bandages, antidote, you know, things like that. And if you want to buy this, you just click confirm transaction and bam, you have all of this new stuff. What kind of inventory stacking should we expect? Can we carry a large stack of items into a mission, or something much more like limited, like 4 of an item? If we go back to the equipment slot, you can see that depending on what your hunters are equipped with, you know, they also have different options in carrying stuff. So right now I think none of these guys have a decreased amount of anything, but if I would give this guy a firearm, like this rolling block, as you can see here, just lost one. Maybe you don't see because this is only a slight change. He just lost one equipment slot, so he can carry only 2 items at a time, because he needs to carry ammo for this gun. That's the firearm trait. The smell of gunpowder increases the smell of the wielder, so you have an increased smell statistic, and the ammo will take 1 item slot, equipment slot -1. This is also a heavy weapon, so he will also have a decreased amount of stamina and movement. So that's how there is also pluses and minuses to everything. These guns are usually very strong weapons, but you know, they come at the cost. So that's how it should all work. Okay, so we can give him a plague blade. This inflicts poison on the enemies, and if you inflict poison, then it will combo with chemical damage, I believe. Right now we work on a system that will show you all of that stuff, so you can see even I, the developer, doesn't remember everything. Okay, so as we finished this this very quick prologue, this very quick introduction, some of the stuff was unlocked to us, and now we have more connections open. We can go to these places, but first we have to go here. We cannot go like here at the same time. Right now the system allows us only to go one node at a time. So we are in the crossroads, and now we can go to Rattle, we can go to the market. That's how it works. We have another mission, small request. I've changed the party composition a bit. Let's go. So this is the map that was the first map in the previous build, if you were here with us the last time. So you know, we can see how this how this loud weapon works. I'll try to shoot, you know, maybe I'll just make this even worse for us, so you can see actually a bit better. So this is a loud weapon. So if I shoot at this, these guys will probably hear this. So let's see. Yeah, they've heard this. So right now, when we finish a turn, they will go and investigate. Yeah. And they just spotted one of the hunters, and he will get attacked. So you see, you need to be careful with that. Before you shoot, you either make sure that you are in a good spot, you know, for hiding, like in the high grass or the bushes, or maybe just lay some traps so your flanks will be covered, or things like that. Anything that helps. Okay, so every time someone attacks, you know, they bring down the stamina by weapons, so you need to be careful, as I said, because maybe they won't kill you outright, but a knocked out character cannot do anything. Okay, so I think we'll have to engage them. Yeah, Hunting Blade deals 60 damage in total. It's 30 from slash and 30 from pierce. So it's actually pretty versatile weapon. Like any double damage weapon, they are good, because even if the character is resistant to one damage type, they won't be probably to another one. So weapons like that are just more universal. Here we have a Plague Blade. This will deal poison damage. Not poison damage, but it will inflict poison status effect, right? So he will get poison damage every turn. Okay, so right now I think it would be better to swap weapons to this, like a dagger. And right now, yeah, the status effects will just finish him off in the next turn. But we still have this guy here. Let's see, I have 1 stamina. Okay, let's see. We'll survive this, so I think that we can just end this turn, because we won't be able to help our Maxwell. Okay, he died, but he did. Okay, the Shikaron deals, you know, a little bit of damage, so it won't be that bad. Okay. And that was it. So we can see now, even the smaller monsters can do nasty stuff when you are not careful, and that's supposed to be that is supposed to be the whole, you know, like concept of Alder's Blood. You need to be careful. You need to plan your stuff. You have a lot of these tools. You are supposed to be smarter. You know, the beasts are strong, but you are supposed to be smarter in all of that. In the next book we have a mission summary pop-up, so you can see how much experience these guys have, what actual rewards you received, things like that. Okay, so right now Maxwell is hurt. He is below 50% of his health, so he can go back to camp, change his role from lookout to resting, so we can heal up. Okay, and Hugo also was damaged. I want to also include a list item like a scroll view. So basically a list of your hunters here, so you don't have to go here and check how much health they have, because right now it's pretty annoying. Okay, and one more day and everybody is back on track. So we can go to Rattle. There's another mission there as well. Let me change something in the equipment, so as you could see, you know, these are good weapons, but they are loud ones. Let's see, maybe give him a mace, and let's get some. I think a harpoon would be nice. Yeah, harpoon is always nice. An axe, but okay, this one will be good. This is it deals curse damage. We have a lullaby on Ethan, no, not on Hugo, I believe. Yeah, Hugo has a lullaby, and this is a big weapon, so that's 160 damage total. Yeah, that would be a nice combo. Can the characters level up in this build? You know, they can, but it's not the final progression system. Okay, so I'll give you like a spoiler, right? The idea of progression later, that will be in the next build, we are actually building this right now, this progression system, is that you level up and the game rolls 5 different traits for you to choose from, and you pick one, and this could be something that is big boned or anything like that, and each time you level up you get one of these, and that's how you build your character. There they are, you know, this is a random roll, so each time you may have something different, and there will be also another mechanic that will make your characters be affected by the darkness. They'll get more and more tainted by it, and then you can do something that to help them survive this. You know, I think we can stop here, you know. So next time we'll meet you, you'll have some, I think, nice mechanic to look at. A little bit of a on the darker side of things. Okay. All right. Where is Ethan? Ethan had lullaby. No, Hugo has lullaby, right? Okay, Hugo has lullaby. So we're gonna take care of this guy quickly. Lullaby. Okay, Hugo is not the best spellcaster, as you can see. That was a poor choice of items. We should give him to someone that has more stamina points. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I need to rearrange this build because right now I cannot do much. This guy has a heavy weapon and is big boned, and this is only 2 stamina points, so he starts to become kinda useless. Okay, rest. He's asleep, so we don't have to worry about him too much. Okay, and we can push forward to scout ahead with our other guys. Important question, who is Alder and why is he bleeding? Alder is not a person, Alder is a tree. You know, there are alder trees in the game. If you spot a white wood, that's an alder tree. And Alder's blood doesn't refer like exactly to this tree and its sap that looks like a blood. It actually refers to a bloodline. They're hunters. This is the Alder's blood. You know, they are the Alder's blood. These Alder trees, these white trees, are basically symbols of the god that was killed by the humans in the past. Alright, so combo! Oh shit, I forgot it has 200 of HP. Okay, let's attack him and finish him off. Alright, so he has a poison, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. I have 4 stamina, but I'm out of action points. Okay. Oh, so if I move from here, this monster will see me. Oh, but I forgot about the objective. The objective is to check the houses. Thank you, Ben. Okay. Well, so I need to move a little bit slower, because I've started making mistakes. Okay, so Maxwell, you hide, but now will you activate? In the next build I want to include like icons on top of stuff that you need to activate or pick up, because this is kinda confusing right now. You know, I know what I need to do because, you know, I've made this game, but I'm making this game, but for people that are not familiar with this could be quite a big issue to find what they are supposed to activate. So yeah, that will be one of our tasks for the next build. Okay, I need to get closer, but these small things won't cover my approach, but I can go here. Okay. Okay. Maybe I'll just drop a trap here, just to cover my flank. And then let's move forward with this guy. Okay, we have only a Shrieker here. Okay, that won't be a good choice to shoot right now. Let's move up. Move upwards again and let's rest. Okay, what do I have here? I have a Hex Curse that deals 50 damage and I can shoot with 40 damage, but this will take 3 action points. So I'll still have 2. Okay, I think I can do this. Okay, I can I shoot this guy? Okay, I can. So maybe take out this guy, because this one can't walk into the trap, so that wouldn't be that much of a problem. Okay, so let's deal some curse damage and then finish him off with the harpoon shot. Okay. And rest. Okay. Yeah, still this bug, as you can see. But okay, everyone is rested. And this is a new enemy. Haven't seen so far. This is Floater. Traps won't affect floaters. They just, you know, they will just hover over them. So we need to think of something else to take them out. Why is he knocked down? That's probably because we've changed the way the traps work. I wanted traps to work like so you could like throw them on underneath the feet of a monster. When they move out of this trap, you know, they will attack them. But I think that this trap was it probably acted like a backstab, and that's why he's knocked down. So I need to tell my programmers to fix that. Maxwell, you're so useless with these 2 stamina points that it hurts. It really hurts. Okay. So we have 1 enemy here, we have this floater here. Okay, so maybe let's... This guy is knocked down, so, you know, fuck it, let's shoot. It's 100 damage. And this lullaby. Let's reload. Okay, the reload animation doesn't have a good frame rate setup. Something to note. 20 damage, so that would be enough to... Ah, I don't see him. Okay, no. Oh shit. I forgot that she has resistance to spears damage. So yeah, that's how resist works. So let's finish her off in melee. Yeah, I really like the sound effect that she has. Okay, reload this gun. Okay, I think I clicked something else. But what is... Okay, so I have to prepare to take some damage. That is only a shrieker, so that won't be that bad. Yeah, so that's what I should do, right? Shoot the shriekers with the harpoon, because they are weak to pierce, and you know, and finish off floater with an axe. That would be a way more optimal solution. Okay. Yeah, Maxwell, you're shit. Like, seriously, you're shit. What kind of music do you and the team listen to while we work on stuff? I like to listen to Lorne. This is like very dark, very atmospheric music. I also like to listen to Soul River soundtrack, basically like the whole Legacy of Kain series soundtrack. This is also something that I think fits the game, helps me focus on what I'm doing. But sometimes when I have a bad day, I listen to some city pop from Japan, like from the 90s or something like that. Or music from Adventure Time of Steven Universe. This is also something that cheers me up. What else is listening to? I don't know, we'll have to ask the rest of our people. Okay, we need to change equipment because Maxwell, you are shit. Just grab a standard hunting blade. Okay, let's use a screamer because that's the one fun item. Renoir, I think you are good. Hugo has this rifle, right? And Ethan has a black blade. What else do we have that could be useful? I think the spider gaze may be useful, but someone else have to take this. Yeah. Immobilized targets take critical damage from blunt weapons. So this maul could be a nice thing. It is 30 blunt damage and 40 spirit damage. Okay, let me check along because there was a silver mace somewhere here. Didn't have a graphic, but We don't have a silver mace? Oh, I thought we used to have a silver mace. Let's see. Okay, silver mace is here, so you take the secret blade and let's compare this. Silver mace also this 30 blood damage. Okay, so that will be best solution, I think. I'm a big fan of stuff from Cryo Chamber, really amazing ambience music. I need to check this, you know, if you have some good ambience, then yeah, that's something that is best to work with, especially when you are writing story, and that's what I'm doing right now. I try to finish the story. Alright, so we have this brawler, so let's take it down and let's knock him down. Okay. And someone else have to come in. But not you, not you, not you, not you. Grab this package. Get out of here. Because banishing costs 3 stamina points, and I don't want my hunters to be knocked down. Alright. We've added some points to the darkness system, but you know, this is the start of the game of this mission. I think we'll be alright. So right now we need to pick up some lost parcels. Another one is somewhere here. So this is one of these missions when we don't have to kill enemies. Okay, the darkness grows. What does it mean? It means that the darkness, it just accumulates points for itself. So it could do more in future turns. Let's move up. This little thingies, this particle effects near the hex selection shows you what kind of cover is there. The red ones show that this is a high cover, the yellow ones shows that this is a medium cover. Big cover will screen you completely, right? It doesn't matter if you stick to this or not, but the medium cover will only you know, make you invisible to monsters when you are in hex-to-hex contact. Okay, there is monster here, so let's move up. Okay, so we have a floater here, I think, to remember. Arrest Maxwell. Let's move up. Ethan, you have a blade. You have a blade, so maybe stay here. Will there be enemies that can do range attack? Yes, there will be. Right now enemies can do like 1 or 2 things, but I want to teach them, you know, more tricks. I remember one of the images posted that someone's showing the horns, and that was pretty cool. That was Alex. That has to be Alex. That was probably a photo when we were doing some work on the story trailer, if I remember correctly. Okay, so as you can see, it stopped raining. It's because the darkness changed the weather. You know, we need to actually show it to people, like tell it. I know. Another thing to note. Okay, so we have a floater. Floater is here. We don't sense any more monsters nearby, so let's shoot it with the rolling blood. I don't see it. Okay, I need to move. I don't see it now. Yeah, I can see it now. So this, when you highlight the hunter, you hover over a hunter, it will show what enemies you can see. Okay, so that's 100. That's 100. And that will be the remaining part. Slash slash. Okay, so we have a shrieker here. Renoir, will you be able to shoot this guy? Probably. Okay, there's another one. Okay. There's another parcel. Ta-da! Mission successful. And I didn't take any damage. Yeah, right now it's easy because you have 4 hunters, but when you change this to 3, as I told you, then it won't be that easy. Especially when we won't have all of this equipment that they have, because that's only a developer's cheat that they all have all of these weapons. When if I would start the game normally, I would have only a secret blade, the hunting blade, and maybe one harpoon, and some of the very basic items. Oh, that's the new graphic, no region graphic, Putrid Grooves. I love it. Alex did an excellent job here, in my opinion. So why we see these tombstones in the forest. The story is that humans were losing ground to the nature for years, for hundreds of years, and a lot of their towns, all of their also cemeteries, they were consumed by nature. There we saw some maps when you have ruins in forests, lost temples, shit like that. Okay, let's try it out. We haven't used everything. Yeah, Magim, that's the plan for the future. For the future missions, you usually need to evacuate. So if you make a lot of mess, kill enemies that you shouldn't kill along the way, you will make yourself a problem. Okay, so let's use this. They are also weak to spirit damage. Cool. Okay. I'm sorry, I completely forgot, how the combos work, and this only shows how much we need, a good way to show this, basically, somewhere on the UI. Okay, let's restart. Okay, so let's see what we can do. There is a nice little trick that I like. You can put a trap somewhere, whatever trap, just use this. This is the simplest trap. Just deals damage. When you have lure. Lure is a spell that will make an idle enemy walk towards the caster. So if I use this on him, he will walk right into the trap. So this is one of the combos that you can use. Pretty useful. And this is silent, which is very important. Okay, so while this guy is down. Oh. Okay. We have two of them right now. This is Stalker. Stalkers don't show on the Sixth Sense. You won't see them like you saw other monsters, like at the Sixth Sense. Like here we could have some monster. This will always be a surprise. They're maybe not the most like deadly monsters, but still, just because they will show up in the least comfortable time for you, that will may ruin your plans. And going back to the question, will there be monsters that can shoot? Yeah, this guy will be able to shoot on a short range, but he will be able to. And I believe he deals curse damage right now, in addition to his like standard slash or something. Okay, so I have 100 damage, right? But I didn't expose myself, so maybe I just should wait. I believe that this is the mission that this is the mission they fucked up with the objective. The objective should be to kill these two guys here, then activate this shrine and then move out. But I think I've made a mistake in the objective. So let's just play, with the items, and I use a cheat code, to get out of this mission. Alright, so let's move forward. A bandage, throwing knife, a hex curse. Okay, this guy will definitely be resistant to curse. So let's shoot him with a harpoon, let's see what happens. It's normal 40 damage. Oh, okay. So it's 110, I can deal 100 damage with a rifle, so let's move here. Fire shot. Oh, I still have my grenade, yay! Yep. Goodbye, Stalker. Grenades are, of course, AoE, so you can target multiple guys in it. What do I have here? Black blade, right? Okay, so slash. It's poison effect. No, I cannot move him. Okay, I need to change this, that if you run out of action points, you can still move, because that's kinda annoying. You can see this now. Okay, I can show you how the screamer works. This is like a grenade. You throw this, but it will create sound on the point of impact. So let's see. So it creates this like basically it's a trapped spirit. It's trapped in this sap, crystallized sap. So basically a resin, I believe, right? Of these alder trees. And when you throw this, it breaks, and it creates this demonic face that screams, and it draws the enemy's attention towards it. So if you want to make a distraction, this is one of the best tools to use, actually. It's like a pebble on steroids. So you can see now that the floater got there, investigates, he hasn't found anything, so he moves out. It was too close, but if it will be a little bit further away, then will probably be more effective. Okay, the darkness grows. Now would be good opportunity to use like a AoE weapon, but I don't know if I probably run out of. Yeah, I only had one grenade. Reload the rifle. Black blade. 3 APs. 2 APs. Okay, so I can stab you. And then I can stab you. Okay, and he's bleeding. That's something. Alright. Use medkit on Ethan. Right? Right. Okay, so I think I showed you everything that these guys have on themselves for now. If some monster would inflict a status effect on you, there are items to use. Like if maybe I'll just make this happen. So if I let Floater bite me. Hey, look, I'm here. I can use a whistle. She will investigate and she will bite me, she will deal bleeding. And I can use bandages to patch me up. Oh, if I survive. Oh, and I probably won't survive. Yep. Sorry, that wasn't the best representation. Okay, so let's end this farce with a cheat code. Okay, so there's another mission, but let's see. Okay, let's camp and hire some hunters. And we can talk about this, because that's something that I haven't showed you yet. This is something that I showed on the last stream, but we haven't had this many people last time, so... The way it works, you get 3 randomized characters, and if you don't like this setup, you can spend some food to get new recruits. And for example, let's see, this guy is shit, this guy is even more shit, but this guy looks decent. He has a lot of health, he has normal stamina, he maybe doesn't have any equipment, but he will have plenty of our own. So that's how recruiting works. If some of your characters are, I don't know, very badly injured, or they just acquire too many negative traits, this is something that we'll implement. You can send them to base. Like for example, I don't like Maxwell, so... Okay, why doesn't it work? Okay, it did work, but it backed. Hugo, come back. Renewal, come back. I don't know why it didn't refresh. Anyway, you can send them, right? You can send them away, and they won't. You won't spend food on them. And this is a little bit of a survival mechanic. So the more hunters you have, the more food you have to spend. And remember, you won't have 1,000 food, at the start. so you need to make sure that you have plenty. Okay, equipment. So we got this dim star. Yeah, they have stupid names right now. And maybe you could take a greatsword. We have a greatsword with chemical damage. In the lore, it's like this is a rusted sword because it has all these fullers filled with acid. You know, of course, it needs a new graphic. And you grab a silver mace for that. Lighted knives. This will deal a sickness status effect that will make enemies lose stamina over time. Speed trap is also not bad. Hook. Let's take something different. Take this. You have 4 stamina points. Take this. Okay. Do you and the team play any video games or even tabletop games together and that you could recommend? I just got myself the Key for Starter set, which is a cool card game. Recently we played Bank. This is like a Western twist on Mafia, which is very nice. I can definitely recommend this. From tabletop, what else from tabletop? I really like Chronicles of Crime are really nice. This is something that everyone can play, not even people who know anything about tabletop games. If it comes to video games and what we play together, we play a shitload of Monster Hunter World. Shitload of Monster Hunter World. On PS4. Right now we also play some Dauntless together. When we are in one place, we used to play some Overcooked. Overcooked is great. Both of these games, there's a first and the second one get a sequel, so yeah, I recommend both of them. But it's hard to find some good cooperative games recently. We are always looking for recommendations. Oh, okay, maybe we'll just do something like that. Okay, so this is this Death Walker that I was talking about. This guy will probably be resistant to anything that I brought with myself. So let's see. Okay, we have Hugo. Okay, this have immobilize effect, right? Okay, so he's immobilized. So now I can come in with this guy. Warframe is pretty cool. I tried to play Warframe for... I don't know. I love the graphics. This is like really my jam when it comes to graphics, designs and everything, the atmosphere. But the gameplay is just not my thing. Okay, so... I shouldn't, touch this guy. Nice. To be honest, I don't know my account name, so sorry, but one of our developers, Kamil Jas, is playing a lot of Warframe. At least he used to play a lot of Warframe. So if you want to play with someone from the team, that would be the guy to ask if he still plays. I have a hex curse. Just spam this damage. Maybe just put him to sleep. That's what I should do from the very beginning. Okay. And where's our fourth guy? I don't know. Okay, so we are playing a 3-man combo right now. So you see that this will make a difference. Okay, this guy is asleep, so let him sleep. Let's make a quick reload, very quick, because the animation is broken a little bit. Okay. Pillars Eternity 2 and Torment, yeah. I would like to play these games. I don't have time for this. Right now, you know, if it comes to single player games, I play the Black Tail, in a sense, and I love it. I really love it. It's really good. Oh no, it woke up. So you see, if you start to play this very casually, you know, you're gonna have a bad time. As you can see. I'm a little bit tired today, so maybe that's why I'm making so many mistakes in my own game. Okay, Deathwalker, 200. Jesus, I only took 150 of his damage. Okay, important thing, he's blind. He's basically, he only sees like for one hex, so we gonna just run away. That's a plan for today. How do you live, Renoir? You have only 1 HP. Yeah, I can definitely, you know, recommend Plague Tale. I was waiting for this game for a very long time, and I'm very happy that it's actually as good as it's even better than I hoped it will be. The PS version will probably come later, if at all. You know, we are not sure how to make the port work. There are some ideas how to make this, but we'll see. Why cannot reload this gun? Okay, so we have a brawler that has 200 HP, and we'll have to try to bring this guy down with only 2 hunters. And that's 40. 90. Okay. Switch to this. Okay. So forward. Lullaby. So buy yourself some time. Okay, let's wait. Yes, Ocean. It was supposed to be like a twisted representation of the god, but I don't really like this. It's not animated enough. It doesn't really look from what hex it's from, so I'm gonna change this. a little bit. Okay, 110, so we can try to do something like that. This will cost us 3 action points. Okay, I cannot do this. So let's just bash it to death. 40 damage, okay, so just one shot from the harpoon and we are successful. Okay, so if I would like to have this item, someone else have to carry it, otherwise it's completely useless. So that's what I was talking about, you know, if you want to make a combo, one guy need to like enter the combo, another one need to close this, otherwise this just won't work. Thanks, Rin. You know, this was something that this animation... Rin said, I saw the execution animations the other day and I have to say, damn, it looks good. Again, thank you. This was something I wanted to do for a long time. When I finally did this, I was very happy that we have this. Okay, this will be the last mission, okay? Because I think that I've showed you quite enough. Okay, I need to rest, and you need to rest. Okay. You grab the sword. Grab a black blade. Have also a sword. Have this, and you cannot have this because it's not working properly. So you grab this. Have a grenade, but you still can carry something else. Okay, you have grenades. Another thing, when you give someone 2 items of the same kind, you know, the charges will just add up. Okay, so you will be spreading status effects. And you have lure, you have trap, so maybe take another trap. Okay. We'll have hunter avatars in the next build, so I'm planning to change this briefing pop-up a bit, so to look prettier. Okay, so right now we need to search the chests on the maps. Here are the chests, but they are guarded by the enemies. So let's move up. Stay here for now. Oh, we have a... oh shit. It's like a very tough starting situation. Rest. Also go here. And you also go here. You can see in situations like that, having 2 harpoons wouldn't be that bad, right? So I won't be able to shoot twice in one turn with these harpoons. So I can take one of these guys out, and I'm gonna take the one on the left because the wind is blowing that way, so I can just sneak past this guy and activate the first chest. I need to see him first. Something is covering my line of sight. Damn. Okay. Go hide. Okay, question. While in a mission, does hovering over the weather condition tell you what it does? I can see myself completely forgetting what each condition means in the middle of a fight and screwing myself over. Right now it doesn't, but it will in the next build, yeah. You know, sometimes I forget, you know, what this weather condition does. Okay, so now I think when we have more monsters, this is getting more interesting because we need to send one of the characters to basically distract this monster, so it will look the other way. So another hunter can move in and activate this chest. So we have some cooperation, right? Okay. 1 stamina point, so, and this will deal 80 damage, okay. So, goodbye, boyo. Oh shit, oh shit. I clicked in the wrong direction. Okay, that will be enough. Well, maybe I'll start clicking the enemies because that's a safer option. Okay, and you go hide. Okay, so we have the first chest. Right now we have the full moon weather, and this is like the worst condition you can face, basically, because it makes increases your smell radius, it increases the vision, and it's actually worse for the hunters because, you know, hunters naturally can see very far, but the monsters can see further away now. Okay, the next chest is here, so let's move up. Let's move up. Can I go around here? No, but I can go. No, I cannot go. I need to rest. Running out of stamina. Okay, so I think we need to use this trick again. We have unlimited amount of these pebbles, so you don't have to worry that you run out of them. Rest. Go here. And stay there. And go here. Let's hide here and rest. We'll activate this in the next turn. Okay. Oh shit, I need to activate this chest first. Oh my. Okay, so I need to take care of them now. Huh. Okay, let's see, because I don't remember if I can put an enemy that's in attack state to sleep. Okay, I can. Need to reposition ourselves. No, you don't want to get any extra XP for killing monsters or anything like that. The only thing you can get extra is more darkness points, so the darkness will screw you over. Now you need to focus on the objective. But only the guys that are on the mission will get the experience points. There is an idea that... oh shit. There is a pool of XP points, and only the hunters who go on the mission will get this, as I just said, but this will be divided between them. Right now you can take 4 hunters, but you can get fewer. Right? If you want, you can go with only 2. So this will like divide only by 2, and these 2 guys will get more experience points. So there's an idea like that as well. Okay, so ban. Okay. So we have these guys with great swords. Great sword sash. Okay, so now one of our hunters has bleeding. Okay, so you go grab this chest. Let's be over with this. Okay, so that's how it looks. Next time we'll meet here, I think that it will be better. You know, the balance will definitely be better. The missions will be better. You know, thought out, like better prepared. This is the time basically when we, you know, stop making new stuff and start preparing. You know, like the real builds. There was a lot of systems that we have to build, like this damage system, this traveling, and there was a lot of work recently on the tactical layer, on the strategy layer. But you know, the big stuff are almost finished. The leveling system is one of the last things that we implement, and then it will be just make missions fun, make balance fun. You know, prepare weapons and items that work. You know, play with the statistics of the monsters, so they are even more dangerous, because you could see that I started playing differently in this last mission when I saw this combo of Brawler and Floater. You know, this alone made me more careful, and this is the you know, like the feeling of the game that I think should be there for most of the time. There's another question: how does the aggro work? Does the NPC go for the closest harder or the most dangerous or the one making most noise? Right now, I believe the AI is choosing the one that's the closest to him. That is not how it should work. I want to change it so it's it may change, you know, the hunter that aggros to the one that dealt most damage to it. I think that will be the direction that we'll choose. Because, you know, the idea behind monsters in Alder's Blood was that they are powerful, but they are pretty stupid. So if you could like change their interest, you know, you can distract them by maybe like throw a throwing knife on them, and they'll start chasing another character. So, you know, the one that was you know, was attacked before could run away. I would also like to add a free attack when you try to get out of the, I don't know, attack zone or something like that. You've probably seen this in different games when you are like in this node to node, hex to hex, square to square contact, and you want to disengage from this melee, you get a free attack, right? So yeah, this is something that I want to add. So if you are engaged, you cannot just run around, right? You that should make, you know, the enemies more dangerous as well. Not even in a turn, but, you know, to this particular character in the turn. That would be, I think, the most you know, precise description, because Griffin is still asking, you know, how this should work. So in this turn, if this guy so far dealt the most damage, then basically I think it will be like a Kui, right? I've dealt 20 damage, okay, so I have the aggro, but another guy dealt 40 damage, so now he has an aggro, but then another guy dealt 10 damage, he doesn't get an aggro. That was not enough. So something like that. Okay, so if you have more questions, just, you know, keep them flowing. I'll be here for a little bit of time. I'll just, you know, play around with the menus. Maybe go back to to enter the shop again. Ah, I forgot about the reward. Oh, thank you, Griffin. No, I think that's mostly, you know, the work of Alex that, you know, makes this game shine. It really adds the atmosphere. Like this camp, I love this. I'm really happy that she's, you know, on board. Definitely want to add some more of these, like, small audio, how do they call it, soundscapes, right? You have a soundscape in camp, you have like a very slight sound of this wood cracking on the campfire, you know, things like that. It would be nice to have more of these. We'll see. There's still a lot of work, like this final polish, so everything is in the same size, in the same color, you know, the formatting is okay. But I'm glad, you know, that we've made all of the big stuff, so right now I can, you know, just take like a closer look and start finishing this. It still looks a little bit prototypey here and there. This is the place for the avatars, portraits, right? This screen needs a complete redesign because it's ugly as hell. Weighted die mechanic should have like a confirmation pop-up, and there's a lot of this little shit. Guys should set together an art pack for a DLC or something. Now there's I need to take a look what's in the press kit, but I think that's a good place to put this kind of stuff. If you have any questions, you know, I'm still here, you know, so you can ask. Oh, this kind of effects, we'll definitely add more of these in the future. But this is just a test, you know, we'll add some that will be, you know, crafted specifically for a region, because, you know, that's per region. You know, we can change this particle effects, you know, for every region. The soundtrack, that's I don't know. I don't know yet. You know, right now there's only, I don't know, I think 4 of these tracks. So it's, I don't know if you can call this a soundtrack yet. Oh, it's nice to see a fellow developer poke pose. Good luck with your game. Maybe you can share, you know, a link to something that you're working on, so you could see. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna travel around the world to show you some of these region graphics, maybe. Not Camp and Bark. That would be Salty Log. The Sorrows have a nice graphics, and the Market. I really like this one. Yeah, true. You know, you can go to our Discord. You know, there's a channel that you can post your game in, so more people will see this, because, you know, there's only like 50 of us here right now. There's like, I think, 200 people on Discord, so then there will be more people to look at. Are there going to be snow or desert environments as well? Probably. Probably. There's really have a really good system for creating this ground texture. So basically, you know, as much as we do, I really would like to make some like marshes that are created of a cove, you know, like the sea backed up, and there's a cove with dead ships and things like that. Desert, maybe. Why not? That would be easy to do with the snow. I had a strong idea for the snow, but I would have to create, I think, terrain elements that have the snow on them, and in our case that would be a little bit of a problem. Have you guys thought about some future plans, like expanding the maps to new regions, or is it too soon? We had a lot of plans, you know, like a lot of plans, but I don't want to talk too much about this because I don't know how much we'll be able to do. But yeah, there are ideas for updates or DLCs. We would rather make free updates, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. Inside the environments too, inside the castle, etc., dungeons and prison cells. Recently I've made a test if I could make like dungeons, and yeah, you know, we can make dungeons. It looks kinda cool. Occult crypts. Or like caves. Are you aiming for the full release, or are you going to go down the early access route? Right now we are trying to make a full release. I don't know if the team is ready for an early access. It wasn't an easy development cycle, unfortunately, so I don't know if it would be good for us. There will be, I think, an interesting ending to this. You know, I won't spoil you this because that will be, you know, shitty from my part, but I just got a good idea, you know, how to end this, and I think it will be nice. I think it will be nice. Okay, guys, if you have any more questions, now it's a good time because I would like to wrap this up. I don't have this background yet, but Alex is working on this. She's almost finished with that. That's the city, you know, that's the cradle of humanity, the first city that humans ever created. You know, very important place for men. Where are you guys based? We are based in Lublin, Poland. We don't have a studio. Everybody's working from home, and it's actually pretty cool that we are working from home. Before that we were working in a studio, and I think I prefer working like that. Just more comfortable, and I can spend as much time as I want. I don't have to waste time to drive to work, which is nice. Zrin says, early access is kind of double-edged sword. Yeah, it was seen with Darkest Dungeon when it finally had its full release after leaving early access. Most of the people who were interested in the game already saw the majority of what was already in it, so once it released, it didn't have as big of a release as it maybe could have. Well, I don't know, you know, I think Darkest Dungeon was a huge success, but, you know. Working from home stuff you're passionate about, that's the dream. Yeah, you know, it definitely has benefits, a lot of benefits, you know. I don't think I would like to start and work in an office right now after, I don't know, 2 or 3 years working from home. It's just, I just prefer this. You can basically take a day off if you need to on the week, and then just, you know, work on the weekend. You wake up and you decide when you work. This is like these little things, but, you know, they help with your head working properly. Thanks for the stream, and thanks for continuing with the project. It's looking really good. All the best in the coming months to you all. Thank you very much, and thank you all for watching. It's really nice. We had 50 people almost all the time on the stream. This is great. We never had this many watchers, so it's great. It's great. I'm really happy. I'm really happy that you know, that you're interested in it. That you stayed for 2 hours watching me completely butchering my own game and trying to survive. But, you know, it's kind of stressful because I'm not a professional streamer, as you probably could guess, and my voice is start to crack because I was talking for 2 hours and I'm not used to that. But yes, you know, so I think that, you know, we'll be doing this more often when we get closer to the release. We'll let you know when we have a new one. There will be some new stuff, definitely better looking stuff, you know, and better with better UI, better UX. We had some tests for that recently, and we need to improve on this aspect of the game. Yeah, Magim, I drank like two big glasses of juice and water, and now I need a break for you know what. But you know, it's just like my throat works when I have like a team meeting or something like that. You know, in the evening I just sound worse and worse, and it's harder to talk. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. This will be released as a video on YouTube very soon because YouTube records all this kind of stuff. So if you missed any part, you can go back and watch it. And just, you know, if you like this game, join Discord, follow us on social media. You can join with the Kickoff Labs. Kickoff Labs allows you to basically get points by sharing news about Alder's Blood, and then you can get some rewards. The more points you have, the higher you are on the leaderboard, and if you are really on the top, you can get a discount when the game is out. There will be some other rewards, so this is a good opportunity to help us and get something in return. I think that's it. Thanks again for watching, thanks again for being with us, and see you on the next one, right? Cheers.